Hey, it's Acidic Dram, July 23rd, 2022. I'm just kidding. But popping my collar would be kind of funny, but hey. The reason why I'm wearing sunglasses is I notice how annoying my eye movements are, and I really don't know where to look on the camera. So I'm just wearing glasses so I don't have to distract myself. But if I look over here or over there or whatever, if something distracts me, I can just keep my face somewhere in frame. Alright, enough of that. Today is day 6, completed day 6 of intermediate fasting of the 16 hours and fast in 8 hours. Today actually went really good. I didn't have my first meal until around 2:30, so I actually went like 17 and a half hours. So, and it makes me wonder if I could actually do a full day fast or even 2 days. I think a day is doable. I don't know about 2 days though, but I'm not gonna attempt that anytime soon. I'm just still gonna keep this 16-8 going. Just started day 7 today as of 9 o'clock tonight. Technically 9 o'clock and 1 minute I started. Hold on for 1 second. Sorry about that. I forgot to fill my water bottle. I have a nice water cooler there. I don't know if you saw it, but it's a nice little water cooler that holds the 5-gallon buckets, which is pretty awesome, actually. All right, where was I? Oh, okay, yeah. Started day 7, and so far so good. It's definitely something that is. Again, they said that you. I was watching a video today, and they said that you really don't start seeing benefits of it until around the 7th or 13th day of the fast. But so far, what I've been feeling with it is I'm not hungry. I haven't had that. I'm dying. I need to eat something. I got close today though. At about 2:30, I went to go pick up lunch for Amy and myself from Chick-fil-A, and I got to the point where I was if I wasn't going to eat something right then and there, I think I was going to be sick. But it's it's going well with that. So so today, what I ate today was I got one cool thing about McDonald's. They have this McDonald's app, and they have this deal on there where you can get a double cheeseburger at regular price and a second double cheeseburger for 29 cents, which has been getting me through this keto bit, because I can get one of those and get that deal and get it for a little over $3, and that's actually a pretty cheap lunch nowadays, and actually cheap dinner too. We've done that a few nights where we've gotten that, where we purchased that for dinner. And but anyway, so I had that at 2:30, and then we went to Chick-fil-A to pick up Amy a salad, and I also got a couple of the chicken patties there. No buns, by the way. I don't eat the bread from the double cheeseburger. What's actually really awesome about that, if you do order your sandwich without the bread, they actually put it on the hot cake platter, which is really awesome. And so you don't have the temptation of eating the bread, or the thing that sucks the most is the cheese that sticks to the wrapper and to the bun, which is horrible. Because if you're trying to eat no bread and you get the regular burger and you have to eat it off, you get half the cheese stuck to the bread and you're trying to pick it off. It's just a nightmare. And also when the cheese sticks to the wrapper, you're eating the freaking wrapper, and people looking at you in the car next to you, they look at you like you're picking your nose. So, but anyway, fat boy confessions right there. So it's cool. I mean, it's actually a really, and one thing that's weird, I just found out this just recently, is that New Jersey and New York, they don't put mustard on their freaking burgers out here. It's weird. I never realized that because I'm a fan. My favorite sandwich. Well, I could go hours talking about my favorite sandwich. But my favorite go-to fast food sandwich, just to get down and dirty meal, is the Burger King cheeseburger. It's my favorite. And for a while there, a couple years ago, well, actually about up to like a year ago, they had a $2.99 two cheeseburger meal. You get a medium fry, medium drink. So perfect for lunch. $3. $3. $3.50 for lunch. Can't beat it. You really can't. And so I used to get that, and I wondered why the burgers didn't taste as good as the Burger King burgers from Connecticut and Iowa. And I found out that just recently they don't put mustard on the burgers here, because when I started doing the keto, I started ordering the the burgers without the ketchup, with extra onion, or with extra reconstituted onions and extra pickles. And I always wondered why there was no mustard on it. And so I looked it up on a Google search. I guess it's not a traditional topping, which is kind of interesting, because I believe the hamburger that, as we know it, was invented in Connecticut. And I can't remember the whole history, but the traditional topping for that was mustard, onion, and tomato. So it's kind of interesting that mustard is not a traditional topping for burgers in the city and in New Jersey. It blew my mind. A couple weeks ago, we went to Pennsylvania just for a drive, and we ordered our burgers there just for for a lunch, and they had mustard on it. So that's what kind of triggered that thought. I was like, why in the hell is there mustard on this and not in New Jersey? Anyway, weird topic. But anyway, so I don't even know where I'm at now. Jeez. Shit. So anyway, for day 6, I had the 2 double cheeseburgers without bun. I also had the 1 diet soda. That's one thing I need to quit. I don't know if I can. I mean, I'm trying to cut it down, but I don't know if I'm going to quit it yet. The keto thing and the intermittent fasting are new to me, so I'm doing both. The keto I'm following really well. The IF I'm following really good now. And then next week I'm going to start, doing minimum 1 minute workout in the morning on the elliptical, and 1 minute minimum at night. So that's new. So I think that maybe once I get this 16-8 under my belt for another week, and then the elliptical down for a week or two, I think then by like August 4th I'm going to start cutting out soda completely. So I got like 2 weeks of hedonism with that. I also had a nice coffee today as well from Dunkin'. Usually I get skim milk, but since I had a pretty big, I won't say big meal, I had the 4 patties and the 4 pieces of cheese for lunch and the 2 chicken patties. I didn't eat dinner tonight, so I went out. I was going to order drink one of the keto chow shakes for dinner, but I decided, I was getting, like I said, I'm getting menu fatigue with those, so I kind of want to save that for tomorrow's second meal, and then maybe tomorrow's first meal, and then definitely for the week. So I decided to get an iced coffee from Dunkin', and I got cream in it and the mocha. My favorite drink. That's another thing I'm going to have to start cutting off. So maybe I'll cut that off. Cut that off after I cut off soda, because the iced coffee is my favorite. Large iced mocha coffee with skim milk, my favorite. But I'm going to start getting it with the cream, because the fat from the cream is very, very keto friendly. Anyway, all right. So the 16-8. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And when I know a lot of people say that, but I truly can say it. But what's good about that is I like organization, but I'm not very disciplined. But when I set my mind to it, And when the clock hits 11, when the clock hits 1, I know I can eat. Then when the clock hits 9 at night, I know I can't eat. So that right there, it helps set the boundaries for me. And I would love to know where I'm at right now. So I found a scale on Amazon that actually goes up to 700 pounds. And so I was thinking about buying one of those. It's like $80, $90. But I don't know how accurate it will be. I mean, usually when it's kind of like a gimmick thing where, they'll sell it to you for, like, I had a scale before, so it went up to, this is before I went up, I was in the 400s, and the scale went up to 550, and, the scale told me I weighed, 405. Then I go to the doctor, and it says their scale is, regulated by the state, and it says I'm 430, and I'm like, what the hell? I was feeling good about myself, now I feel like a piece of crap. So I don't know if I should just wait till I go to the doctor on August 4th to see what I weigh there, just keep it a surprise, or if I should do or I should get that scale and just see how it goes, to check in with myself. Oh, and by the way, so it's a debate. I mean, I really don't want to spend the money on it, but I think it might be worthwhile. The other thing I was thinking about, I kind of wish I had starting numbers, but to be honest with you, it's not about the numbers for me. It's about how I feel. And since I'm feeling a hell of better now, I still wish I didn't sleep as much. But like today, I think I went to bed at like 3 a.m. last night. So, and I woke up at like 1 this afternoon. So I don't, what's that in hours? 13. I went to bed at 3. So I slept 10 hours. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. 10 hours of sleep. I mean, some people will say that. Well, they even say anywhere from 7 to 10 hours a day is good. But I can't wait to the point where, I start getting more energy and I can get down to the, 6-8 hours of sleep at night. Actually, 8 hours at night, and not have to, when you wake up and it's like, do I really have to face the day right now? Can't I just, stay in bed and listen to my podcasts? I'd rather stay in bed and lay down and listen to, the Jocko podcast or Lex Friedman podcast, or if it's a Monday, listening to my one of my favorite jams is Bad Friends with Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino, and Taste Buds with Sal and Joe DeRosa. Those are like my 4 favorite pods right now. And there's a few others in there too that I like, but those are my 4. Those are my jams, and I'm beginning to like I can't remember the guy's name. I don't remember the guy's name. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna wipe that mind from my thought from my mind. Anyway, so what else is going on? Not much. I really can't think of much more to say. I will say this is that, like I said, I haven't been like doing Facebook that often, but I have been lurking every once in a while on some profiles of the account. It's not like stalking or anything. It's illegal, like that. But you just go on Facebook and you check out your friends' pages and whatnot. It's all public. So, but anyway, I was looking there, and some people are some cool stuff. I have an old buddy of mine who travels around Iowa and takes pictures of he tours all the counties in Boone, and he's been posting pictures of town signs. That is my fucking jam, dude. I would fucking love to do that. I can't imagine anything being more zen for me to do, and I would love to do that as well where I'm at, but I don't want to feel like it's a copycat thing. My thing that I'd like to do is that we have historical markers all over the place here in New Jersey and in New York, where they have these little signs where historical events happened, and it's unbelievable if you think about it. The Revolutionary War era, the birth of a nation, took place here in New Jersey, and the East Coast. It's just amazing how many. I mean, even just down the street from where I live, there's a marker where George Washington had a headquarters. I think that's over in Pompton Lake or Pompton Plain or Pompton Lakes. Yeah, Pompton Lakes. I'm not sure. I didn't take time to read the thing, but yeah, it's like everything. They have George Washington's War House. A few miles down the road from me. 287. It's amazing how much you think about how much history. Hell, Aaron Burr, Alexander Hamilton's dueling grounds is less than a half hour from me, and it's right there, and it's just amazing how much history is around this area. But anyway, so I'd love to do that, but I'm still, like I said, whenever I try to do stuff like that, I was thinking about it today. The reservoir where I live is the water is getting pretty low, and it's exposing a lot of land features. And I was thinking about, man, I'd love to fly my drone out there, but it's still pretty heavy. And I can't really stand for too long and fly, and I'm still kind of afraid to pull over to the side of the road and just fly from my car, because I feel like I'm doing something wrong. And I know I'm not doing anything wrong, but it just actually it might be against the rules of the department that runs the Department of Water, or whatever they are, water safety. That might be against the rule, flying a drone over their water. But so I was thinking about doing that, but I'm afraid to do it. So. Anyway, I think I might risk that and try that tomorrow if it's not blazing hot like it's been the last few days. So I might give that a shot. I might try that. I'm trying to do new things that normally would scare me, or make me afraid, or make me anxious. So so I think I might be brave and try that. What else is going on? Oh, that's about it. I don't know. There's always something I can get into. But I don't think I have anything else. Oh, yeah, I really don't. Yeah, well, there's some things I can't talk. I would like to talk about it, but I really don't want to discuss those yet. There was something that Jelly Roll said on a podcast. Jelly Roll is a rapper / country music star, and he was on a podcast, and he said something that resonated with me, but it's kind of crass, to put it politely, to say, and it's something that really kind of hit me. And it's another thing that hey, you know what, he's a big dude too, and you know what? I think that stuff only happens to me. I think I'm a unique individual, and I think I'm the only person that goes through these problems, and I feel like a loser, and I don't want to share it with people. And it's like, I'm such like an outcast or something. Like, I'm like a leper. But I heard him say it on a podcast, a condition that happened to him, and it's happening to me, but I'm not brave enough to say it out loud yet. I mean, I will maybe. I will definitely, say some of the confessions of a fat man. Maybe I should use the confessions of a fat man now, to let people know how hard it is. But it's kind of how hard it is to live, quote unquote, this lifestyle, and how creative you have to be sometimes to get through life, and how annoying it is that you'd rather put up with that than actually facing the problem and improving yourself. And that's where I'm at. Like I always said, is I always have to make plans when I want to really do something. Like I said, I used to be a theater freak, going to the theater, going to the orchestra, love that stuff, the cultural events like that. But I have not done that for years. I think the last cultural thing I saw was I know the last thing I did for going to an actual theater to see something is I saw The Tale of the Elegist's Wife on Broadway. That was probably 23 years ago. Yeah, it's like 99, 2000. So that was a long time ago. The only time I saw anything on Broadway. And I always told myself that I would see Phantom if I ever went to Broadway. But the gentleman I went with was an elderly man, and I didn't know New York at all. And so I just hung out with him, and he chose that show. So I went there with him. Never went back though. I kind of regret not doing that. But life is short, and who knows? If things work out, maybe I'll stay out here in New Jersey. But I don't know. I'd like to stay out here. I kind of don't want to. I kind of like it out here. But I think that after losing weight and whatnot, and getting some skills that will up my confidence to demand to garner. I mean, I can demand a higher raise. It doesn't mean anyone's going to give it to me, but maybe find a position somewhere else, or earn a higher position within the company I'm at. And like I said, as much as I hate my fucking company, I fucking love it equally. It's literally yin and yang. Is that the potential of the job, the potential of everything I love. I love being of help to people. I love being able to produce and be like quote unquote the miracle worker, as they say. Some of them say, but I also hate it because of the ineptitude. I won't say ineptitude. I will say the closed-mindedness and the fear that management has to make changes that will improve. And also I hate the fact that management doesn't listen to the lower tier people, when the lower tier people are the ones on the front lines that know how to make the business go. I mean, granted that executives and management have a 40,000 foot view of the business, and they're responsible for making the profit, and that's all they're in business for, is making the profit. They miss so much opportunities of being miss opportunities of not listening to the lower people on the chart. I mean, you can save the company $100,000 a week or a month, like my manager has, and he has no clout in the company. I think he saves the company $250,000 every quarter, $500,000 every quarter, and he gets no benefit from it. He gets treated he's a manager. He gets treated the same way that we do as employees. So just the values of the that company needs to change. But who knows, the values that it'll never happen. But it's been that way for the 20 years I've been there. It'll be that way for the next 20 years. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up. I didn't really want to talk about work because it's kind of a thing I kind of not want to worry about outside of my regular business hours. Anyway, I'll talk to you all tomorrow. You guys have a good night, and that's it. All right, peace out.